Sabito. Sabito was one of the students of Orokodaki. You know, it was him, a girl named Ma, Makato, and Gyu Tomioka. Those three went into the, selection to become Hashira because Orokodaki was, confident in training them and everything else. But Sabito bit off more than he could chew. And also, Gyu kind of froze and, got scared. And, this demon was, more powerful than the other one. But he did know that Sabito could, handle demons a little better than he could. But, he wasn't there to, help his friend out. So, like, Gyu carried that shit with him, like, for the rest of his days. Yeah, not being able to save Sabito from that demon. I call it the hand demon because he has, like, hands and he ate the student. He killed him and ate him. And that's how Sabito died. But Sabito showed up as a, a ghost, and taught Tanjiro how to, cut with a Nichiren sword, because he needed the Nichiren sword to cut the demon's head off. And no, specifically Nichiren, to cut the demon's head off and make sure it's clean cut and he can't go back and or anything. No Riku, can't catch Riku, can't catch none of that shit, But you have to be able to cut through this rock, or Kodaki said. But he was, because like he was in the mountains for a while, so he started to like see shit. And an apparition or the ghost of Sabito came and taught him how to, cut through that rock. And it took him like I believe 6 months, and he was able to finally cut through the rock. So he actually helped Tanjiro too, spirit of Sabito. 78% for his strength, and then 77 no 70 no 84 for his speed, with an 80 for his durability and an 83 for his endurance, 85 for his intelligence, and a 73 for his experience, with the 80 for his close skills, and range skills are 81, with a 78 for his recoup and then an 80 for his hack. So his overall power score is an 80.2. He wasn't a bad student at all. He died a hero, for real, and saved Gyu Tomioka. And then in death afterwards, he came back as like a force ghost essentially and taught Tanjiro of how to, cut, with the Nichiren sword. And that's Sabito. Be cool, Clown.